Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you a movie review your fine way. Wow, did I ever watch a pretty good film? I was totally surprised and caught off guard, but before I get into the details and ruin some of the movie for you, because there'll be a non-spoilers and then a spoiler version of some of my favorite moments and maybe dislikes, but there's not a lot to dislike in this one. I'll tell you guys right now. But what movie am I talking? I'm talking about James Gunn's The Suicide Squad that just came out on August 6th, released by Warner Brothers Studios. It's a DCU film. It's good. Like, I'll tell you guys straight up, it's good. Let me give you some of the details, guys, okay? So, it's about 2 hours and 12 minutes long. It's directed by James Gunn. It stars, listen to this cast, guys, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Idris Elba as Bloodsport, John Cena as Peacemaker, Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, Michael Rooker as Savant. You got Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. You have Nathan Fillon as TDK, I think he was called. You have Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. You got, I hope I pronounce his name right, Falula Borg. It's a dude, guys. He plays Javelin. Mei Ling Ni, or not, pardon the expression and the pronunciation, guys, plays Mongal, okay? It's like an alien-looking chick, okay? You have Pete Davidson, who plays Blackguard. Trust me, glad he didn't last long. I'll just say that. You got Sean Gunn as Weasel. You got Daniela Melchior as Ratcatcher 2. You have David Dastmalchian. He's the polka dot man. He's also, you know where you find him. And come on, guys. Ant-Man the Wasp. You have Sly Stallone as King Shark. So, yeah, he does his voice, guys. And you got Peter Capaldi playing the Thinker. So he's kind of like the bad guy, but not really the bad guy, but he has a lot to do with it. Okay? So if I have to sum this up in a synopsis for all you people on Movie Land, it's basically a bunch of criminals, just like the other movie, from Belle Reeve, who are joined to form a super group of villains / team to do Amanda Waller's bidding and at the same time save the world in the process and try not to die or get killed in the process, okay? That's pretty much it. You know, they're sent to a remote island somewhere to retrieve something for her and try not to die in the process, right? So, anyways, that's the synopsis. It's categorized as an action, adventure, sci-fi, and a whole bunch of comedy. And it's rated R, so don't let your kids see it if they're under the age of 13 or 14, but you might prefer that thing. But holy crap, I can say that. Going in, I had low expectations, but I knew it was going to be a good film. James Gunn, he can't mess up, right? Kind of follows the storyline of the first one. Same kind of origin or where it starts off. You know, they get a whole bunch of villains together. Offer them, listen, if you work as a part of this team, we'll let you go or we'll reduce your sentence and shit. And they still put the microchips in the back of the head. So, of course, they go on a mission. And with Amanda Waller, nothing is as it seems. So they get enticed into it, especially Idris Elba's character of Bloodsport. He's to lead this team. So you don't see them till mid-film. You see kind of like the old Suicide Squad with Joel Kinnaman kind of like getting some new recruits and going on their mission to the same place. You find out that there's more than one team. Okay? There's a lot of betrayal, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of violence, you know. New characters that when we get introduced to them. King Shark, holy crap. Harley Quinn, James Gunn has done justice. Like, just to say that they portrayed her very well in the film. She has several kick-ass scenes in there. And of course, this won't be a James Gunn film if there's not music. And trust me, he chooses very selective kinds of music to play in the background while shit's going down. You got James Gunn humor, A lot of swearing, a lot of violence. King Shark was better than I thought he would be in this one. I'll tell you guys right now. I thought it was going to be a CGI mess, but it looked good. Visually stunning. Storyline was basic, but they were there to do something. Something goes on in the midpoint that forces them to kind of rescue someone. You've seen in the trailer, they go to rescue Harley Quinn. And from there, she joins the team, and that adds even more of a dynamic to the thing. Surprise characters, yeah, like, had no clue who they are because I don't follow the DCU to say, yeah, I know Polka Dot Man for sure, and I know his storyline and background. But the way they kind of touched on some of their origins was pretty cool. Idris Elba's character, Bloodsport, reminded me of kind of Will Smith's character. That's the only real negative thing I'll say about the film, that it kind of reminded me of that. But with the twist, not so innocent. Let's just say that it has a daughter. You can only imagine what Amanda Waller makes him on how she twists his arm basically to join and lead this team. But John Cena's character was good. A lot of similarities between Idris Elba's and his character, and this is kind of like a little competition or rivalry at the better. Like, you could do that, I could do that better kind of mentality. King Shark playing a dumb kind of guy that loves to eat people. He's always hungry. But it's pretty cool how they introduce everybody, and of course that weasel guy freaks the shit out of you. It reminded me of a nasty looking Rocket Raccoon from the Guardians. But James Gunn brought his magic, man. They meshed as a team very well. Twists and turns, a lot of action, a lot of cool weaponry. The ending is 10 times better than what we got in the first one. But again, David Ayer's version got tweaked and I guess infiltrated by the DC executives and kind of messed that up for him. But you know, the villain was kind of still lame, but lame in the way that James Gunn can pull it off. You know, when you see what the bad thing is and how things go down, you're like, are you serious? But you find yourself enjoying it. As lame as it is, you really find yourself enjoying it. But yeah, from the very beginning to right till the end, you're glued to your seat, and it's a perfect 2 hours. There's no part in the film that you feel like it's dragging on. It's like, why are they doing this? Every scene in the film had purpose. It all worked. Certain characters that I thought that would last a little longer didn't. In a way, I was kind of happy for that because there was a lot of guys, but they served purpose why they were in the film and why they're not. There is a lot of deaths, I'll tell you guys right now. Some meaningful, some kind of like, okay, cool, nice to know you kind of thing. But very interesting, like I must say. You know, the chemistry from the other actors, old and new, were good. And the guys who I think person who deserved to die, died, basically. And of course, the ending's kind of cheesy, but it works. It's a James Gunn film. If you know what to expect from James Gunn, cool. And there's, I think, a surprise kind of cameo there that you see close to the end. But it's pretty cool. You'll see exactly who it was. A certain director appears in it. I'll just leave it at that, okay? Because James Gunn and this particular director have kind of like same kind of comedy and directing chops, in my personal opinion, that they vibe very well on the same page. 2 post-credit scenes. One was kind of like, I knew it. I didn't think this particular thing or person was dead. And the other one, someone survives something, and it's like, you know that it's leading into something that's going to come out on HBO Max. I'll leave it at that. Particular character or actor, and you know who I'm talking about if you guys have been following social media and all that shit. And it's been already announced before the movie even was released, okay? But overall, like, it worked. I liked this film and the cast of characters better than the first one. You know? Did I expect a lot more? No. Was I thoroughly entertained? Hell yeah. You know? Was it the great, like the best DCU film like everybody's been saying on the face of the earth? No. Not even close, okay? There's other movies that are above this. This, I'd probably rank it maybe 3rd or 4th from all the DCU films that we got so far, okay? James Gunn hit a home run, in my personal opinion, and I think definitely he'll be back, and I don't know if there's going to be a Suicide Squad 2 or something else that he's hinting at that he's going to direct and shit. But I liked it overall. I highly recommend you guys check this out. If you are a Suicide Squad fan, a DCU fan, a James Gunn fan, go check it out. And a Margot Robbie fan. He did Harley Quinn justice in this tenfold, and he did it in a way that it doesn't take away from the rest of the actors in the film. It was just the right amount of Harley Quinn in this film that she doesn't steal the show, but she adds a big element to it, including all the actors. Everybody played this part, and Idris Elba did a phenomenal job, and even the old cast, King Shark and all. So there you go. That is my non-spoiler portion part of Suicide Squad. Now, put that spoiler thing in the corner, or that corner. I don't even know what corner is going to be on the screen. Depends on where I can fit it. I'll put it. Anyways, amazing. Totally amazing from the opening scene right to the last scene. Villain is lame. Okay, it's a damn giant starfish with an eyeball in the middle that a whole bunch of them come out of its armpits and basically sticks on people's faces, guys, and takes over their minds, makes them mindless zombies. They all have little eyeballs and stuff. It's so lame and cheesy, but it works. King Shark, played by Stallone, phenomenal. With whatever limited words he says, you could tell it's Stallone, and at the same time, keeps on wanting to eat stuff and eat people. The way he tears people apart and shit, holy crap, and chewing on that guy's head, crazy shit. They literally let James Gunn do whatever the hell you wanted, and I'm glad they did. Swearing. Harley Quinn, holy shit, phenomenal in this. Margot Robbie delivered thanks to James Gunn. The one scene that she's breaking out of being held captive, holy shit, loading the guns and shooting people, tearing off her dress, using it as a weapon, shooting the shit out of people, and like I'm telling you, using the door of a gate and keep on slamming the guy's head. I'm telling you, it's violent as hell, but cool killer. I'm telling you, it's crazy. John Cena was okay in it. He wasn't like, oh my god, like amazing. Better than what you would expect him to be. Joel Kinnaman is in there, Flag. He's in it, no spoiler. He ends up getting killed because of John Cena near the end because, you know, John Cena's a douchebag. You find out he's the one who kind of like has a secret agenda that, you know, he's supposed to do whatever he can to protect the secret from getting out. You know, and it's the Americans that had a thing to do it, and they go to this island and shit. Like, I'm telling you, Harley Quinn, crap, crazy. Ratcatcher 2, the girl who played her, I think her name is Daniela, so I can't remember her last name, but phenomenal. Like, the way she kind of, like, I guess, develops a close relationship to Idris Elba's character, which kind of reminds you of Will Smith's Yes. He plays Bloodsport, and yeah, they use his daughter against him, who gets into trouble, and she's such a mouthpiece and shit. He kind of slowly falls for, you know, considers the Ratcatcher to the daughter as, you know, as his daughter kind of thing. Her father is the thing I was alluding to earlier as the special cameo. Taika Waititi played her father, you know, and oh my god, the rats, the special effects, phenomenal, guys. The ending was, like I said, cheesy, but worthy. King Shark looked good. I thought he was going to look like shit, but he did good. Even the Polka Dot Man, which I really didn't give a rat's ass about, was pretty cool. He had his moments. What else? A lot of the team members at the beginning get killed, guys. They're basically recruited again, and they end up getting ambushed and used as decoys, so that Idris Elba's team with the new members kind of do their thing. Harley Quinn is at the beginning. There's like, you know, like flash forward 3 days backwards kind of shit to explain where they are at certain parts of the film, but it doesn't take you out at all. It fills in the pieces very well. Harley Quinn, like I said, phenomenal. Like, Margot Robbie delivered. Joel Kinnaman, like I said, he leads the team unaware of what's going on, but then they end up rescuing him. There's a scene that they go to rescue him from being kidnapped because Amanda Waller wants them to go, the new team to go save him. And the way John Cena and Idris Elba are competing with each other, killing each other a certain way, they find out that he's being held by like freedom fighters in a sense to kind of like take the island back from the corrupt Fidel Castro kind of character that they came up with, that they're creating some sort of experiments 30 years in the making there. And there's a character called the Thinker with shit popped out of his head, played by Capaldi, whatever. The guy from the Doctor Who guys. I don't know his name because I never watched Doctor Who, but Capaldi I know is his last name. I want to say Brian Capaldi, but I could be wrong. So sue me. Let's see. Because I know you simpletons. Peter Capaldi. There you go. Happy? Anyways, and he plays kind of like the villain who he ends up gets shredded apart by that star. But holy shit, the fight scenes, the explosions, the swearing, like there's tons of action and there's a lot of violence. If you like both and you like the way James Gunn has delivered in Suicide Squad, he's perfect director for this film. Is there going to be a second part? Possibly. I think there will be. The way they're kind of leaving things. 2 post-credit scenes. One's with that weasel thing that you think he's drowned. Like, that's the comedy. James Gunn's comedy. They jump off the helicopter to get to this island. And it goes, did anyone find out if the weasel could swim? And he ends up drowning, supposedly. It takes him the whole entire film to wake up at the end, which I knew he was going to be alive. There's no way that weasel's going to die. You know? They need to have him. But like it said, there's a lot of funny scenes. Cool scenes, special effects. The villain was lame, but it worked. Like, it was much better than the other Chantress shit that we got in the other film. But it was cool. Sylvester Stallone, you knew that was him as King Shark. Just the way he would do his mannerisms there, even though it was a few words, it was still enough, you know, and it was funny. It was shot well, done well, produced well, written well. All the deaths had a purpose. There's a lot of people who die. You know, Joel Kinnaman's character, Captain Boomerang, dies. Basically, 3/4 of the old team, original team, bites the big one. The only people who survive are Joel Kinnaman's character at the beginning and Harley Quinn, who gets taken captive there and whatever. And then she gets put in a dress and treated like a princess. The way she's fighting, and there's all these kind of like colorful shit behind her. Like, I'm telling you, it's done so damn well. And the scene that near the end when she kind of jumps into the eye trying to use the spear, for some reason she was carrying the spear, she thought it was like, you know, something from God to kind of save the world. She's in the creature's eyes with rats kind of going around and shit like that. It's crazy. Like I said, it was done well. Like, you're not bored for 2 hours. You're glued to the set. Not like the other one, you're kind of like tune out here and there and shit. There's a drinking scene. There's a fighting scene. There's a lot of little bit here and there that you kind of seen before, but everything works. Now, the question, like I answered before, guys, is this the best DCEU film from everything that's come out? No. Is it a damn good film? Yeah. It ranks like in the middle for me, like 3rd or 4th, guys, okay? For me, you guys know I love Man of Steel, the original Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. Those are my 1, 2, 3. This will probably be number 4. Easily, hands down. And of course, anything else we got in the DCEU after that. But it's good. It's looking good. Like I said, the post-credit scenes, you know, John Cena has a fight. He ends up killing Joel Kinnaman's character, but then he ends up paying the price from Idris Elba. There's a scene that he has the rat catcher 2 there, like she's holding the disc that he wants, and he ends up shooting a bullet, slow-mo, right through the other one, and then it goes through and it clips John Cena in the neck, and then the building comes down, and they end up in the post-credit scene with 2 of the people working for Amanda Waller there that kind of, you know, had a thing to let them survive to save the day kind of thing. Go to the hospital, and you see John Cena lying in a bed, and you guys know there's a Peacemaker TV series on HBO Max that's being produced or already filmed with John Cena himself. So, you know, that kind of hinting at that. And then there's like another post-credit scene with different logos and characters and shit. One looked like Superman a little bit to me. I don't know. I'm not a DCU fan, but alluding to something else that maybe possibly James Gunn might be directing the future for Warner Brothers and inside the DCU. I don't know. But phenomenal. You guys will have a blast. I highly recommend you guys checking this film for yourself. So those are my thoughts on James Gunn's version of The Suicide Squad. I don't know. It's kind of like a slight reboot. It's not. But it's a film that you definitely must check for yourself. Not for the kiddies. It's rated R for a reason. And trust me, It's rated R, and it's James Gunn basically unleashed on or in the superhero genre. So there you go, guys. That is my review on Suicide Squad, starring, my God, Joel Kinnaman, Sylvester Stallone, Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, and John Cena, and a whole bunch more. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other movie reviews, TV season reviews, spoiler, non-spoiler, you name it, the works, movie recommendations right here on the Movie Throne. And tune in. I'm going to be dropping videos here and there. When I watch something that's worth reporting to all you guys, so you guys can check it out, I will do so on the Movie Throne. So, like always, stay off my throne, and I'll see you guys soon. Where? Right here on the Movie Throne with a possible new movie review or reviews coming your way. So take it easy, be the hell good, and I'll see you guys later.